you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I think I saw your book on the billboard. Was that right?
Yes, it was in
Yeah.
Times Square in New York City.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Very
It was
cool.
quite a thrill. I mean, I grew up in New York, so as a New Yorker, it was even more exciting for me, but
Yeah.
amazing. I'm so glad to be doing this with you.
Thank you so much for accepting. So I want you to introduce yourself and tell me about your project. It's your first project, right?
Yes, it is my first project. So, to introduce myself, my name is Kelly O'Hearn. I am the author of the Arcanum series. There they are. Books one and two currently out. And it's a series that uses past lives in order to explain love and our draw to people, our connection with good friends. But it also explains perhaps our connection with people that cause us a lot of grief and a lot of headaches. But it is a love story told through the lens of past lives. So in book one, which is in the Temple Shadows, it was the past life in Egypt. And in book two is the past life in Renaissance France.
Sarah is not afraid to reinvent herself and starts at the age of 40. Why did you decide to focus on the midlife of the 40s with this character?
Well, you have to remember, to me, 40 is a baby. I'm 59.
Ah,
So
I'm 40.
um, I I feel that you never lose relevance and you never lose the possibility for life to become something else. I went
Ah,
through a very difficult chapter at the age of 50. I launched my tarot business at the age of 52. And then I published my first book at the age of 57. So you never ever can use the excuse of your age in order to justify not doing things. Now, if you just don't want to do things, go for it. That's totally legitimate.
yes.
That's a good reason, but it's not age.
Yes, not age. I love that. It is focused and it's driven, which is very creative and absolutely fantastic, by tarot cards.
Yes.
Why and how did that start?
Well, my primary career is I'm a professional tarot card reader, an intuitive channeler that I work with clients all over the world. And during when we were all in lockdown in 2020, I decided to channel what my past lives may have been, this what karmic loop I'm in. And so the stories that came through in that channeling, I used my tarot cards were so vivid and so breathtaking. Whether they're true or not, I don't really know. I won't know until I leave this life. But it was so good, I had to write it. I had to tell the story. So the cards created the entire story. It just came through me. I'm just adding language to it.
Use more cards besides these five when you were stuck or you needed some answers for the plot or for a character decision?
Yeah, great question. So the original channeling, so for those of your audience that don't know tarot, tarot is a 78 card deck and it's divided into two parts. The major arcana, which is the first 22 cards, are kind of the primary characters and characteristics of the human journey that we all live over and over again. So when I started channeling this, I took those 22 cards and I only used those for the first two channels. And that's what told me the characters and the lives, where I was, what time period I was in. Now, the five cards you have there are the five cards that I use at the beginning of the book to describe what
Yes,
soul is who, like, because there are five characters in the book.
yes.
So those are five different archetypes of how people can present themselves in life, which is why those are there.
Do you have like a special tarot deck card for this, or it was
Yeah,
just
I did. I mean, I have so many tarot decks. It's kind of funny. I have a bit of an issue. But the deck I chose is a deck, beautiful deck called the Illuminati Tarot.
Ah,
And the reason I chose that is the illustration in that deck does have influences from throughout human history. So different
cool.
time periods, so that illustration too was also very symbolic to me to tell me where in the human history timeline the life I was channeling was happening.
Oh, that is wow. Love with Egypt. So when I knew that your first book was going to ancient Egypt, I just had to jump into it. Did you decide to jump from that the cards provided you that information?
Yeah, it was very apparent that the soul's journey that Sarah is on um, went in a specific order of the past lives that I channeled. And you have to remember, linear time doesn't exist in energy.
Yes.
It's a man-made construct. This idea of a 24-hour day and a
Yeah.
365-day year and 2025 to 2026. Those are all wonderful ways that we keep our lives from slipping into chaos and just confusion. But linear time is different in energy and to our soul. It's a very different experience. So our past lives, whether you believe in them or not, I'm just going to say this, they're not chronological. After this life, if I
Ah,
reincarnate, I could come back, in BC, if it's what my
wow.
soul needs in order to ascend.
So I learned
Yes.
something today.
Yeah.
Noticed that you said that you was past life regression. So did you focus just on your experience, or did you include more people that were surrounding you, friends, family, to get more ideas for your plot and for your stories?
Oh, I love that question. No, it was really just the lens of my soul. So in 2017, I did and hired someone, an incredible woman, to do a past life regression for me,
Wow.
to help me understand where my soul has been. Why am I living the life I'm living now? And it was so enlightening and so powerful. And but in that experience, she told me that I have led many lives as a woman, men often in service to very powerful men, but never as the wife, always as the
Uh,
mistress, the muse, or the mystic. And I thought that was so intriguing because in this life I've had a long-term marriage, and it's been a much more kind of traditional life, where
yeah.
I'm not a mistress or anything. But I took that idea, I took that premise, and that was what I wanted to channel. What were these lives where I was a mystic, like in book one, I'm the mystic to the
Yes.
Pharaoh, where I was a courtesan to the King of France, these powerful men that I was kind of in service and servitude to, and but how it influenced, where my soul needed to go.
I ask that because your male characters are very strong and well built. We have a sense that that person could be someone we know, could be someone we relate to. So your
Mhm.
characters have a great sense of presence here, but also they're manipulative, they're very smart, they're intelligent, they have this panoply of emotions, and I love the contrast from the past to the present, and I don't get used at all when we switch times. So we have the name spelled in a different way, which helps to ground us with time. What about research? Besides the cards, besides all the intuitive and all that mystical process, what about research as in history?
They both required, I wouldn't say significant research, but a lot of research in order, because of course, you want to set the environment and you want to get it correct in terms of how they lived. What was very nice is I keep using the modern language in both lives. I don't speak in appropriate like English of the time, if you will.
Yes.
But in terms of the historical references, yes, it's, Egypt and France especially. Actually, France was more research, probably because there's more material. Ancient Egypt is, we know a lot, but we don't know everything. So you have to take some creative license with how they lived, what amenities they may have had in their homes and in their towns and cities. But Renaissance France was a lot of research.
Perfume, the story.
That came, so a lot of the modern day story, it's fictionalized. It's not my life, but it's based on a lot of details of my life. I grew up in New York City, so the timeline takes place in New York City because it's easier to write about what you know. And then I was, for a long time when I was younger, in the wine business, which is very,
Oh,
very reliant on your ability to
yes.
smell the scent and all of that. So I wanted something, I wanted Sarah to have a career, which was a career that I could relate to, but I didn't want it to be wine. So my co-writer, Kate Fogarty, who helps me because I'm not a professional writer and she is. And so she takes what I write and just makes it better. But she suggested the fragrance, and it was right on the money because it's
Yes.
the same intuitive necessity and that gut that you use in wine to create perfume and fragrance.
That you do not hide or you do not afraid to say that you have a team and that your team works well with you. So when you are
Oh,
publishing the project, yeah, that is amazing.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure everybody does it the way they need to do it, but I don't like to work alone. I'm a
Yes.
collaborator. I love people there and vibing off their energy and like getting into just a creative zone together. It's just a beautiful experience.
How many volumes do you predict for this series?
At this point in time, it's going to be 4. I was hoping to do 6, but I've got to be
Oh,
honest, I'm kind of tired. And I'd like to have the books finished and wrapped up by the time I'm 61. So
okay.
I do a book a year at this point. So by my 61st birthday, book 4 will come out. And I think, that is enough to really get the series resolved, the New York City storyline resolved. Like it's a
Yes.
love story. So
Yes.
do the soulmates finally get it right? And I think 4 books can give us that answer.
Yeah. Romanticy, level of spice, ranking, and open door, closed door. Can we speak a little bit more?
Yeah, there is there
Especially
is
with
there
the
is explicit
Egypt.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more for mature audiences.
Yes.
And since the heroine is on her 40th birthday, although I must say I've had a lot of young women in their 20s read this book and love it because they're approaching it from the angle of really realizing like, oh my gosh, when I'm 40, when I'm 50, I'm still going to have passion
Yes.
and excitement and possibility and all these things, right? It's not reserved for youth, but yeah, it has
Yeah,
explicit.
I'm putting there with the new adults and going up.
Nice.
So I think that's a good mark for
Yes, that's
uh,
perfect.
upper teen, but new adult
Yeah,
is
young,
perfect.
maybe 20s and up.
Yeah. Already has a teaser at the end of the next location and era. I don't know if you want to not reveal it and wait
No,
for
I'm
the
happy
people
to.
to wait it, but we're going to Rome, right? Is
We
the
are going
third
to
one.
Rome and we're
We're
going
going to Rome.
specifically to the Vatican City, in the early 1500s when St. Peter's Basilica was being built, the Sistine Chapel was being painted, but the church was
Oh,
also engaging in some very, it's not the brightest chapter in the Catholic Church. It was the
yes.
Inquisition in that era. So there's a lot of beauty and a lot of, not beauty.
Yes, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, it's really coming together and it's excellent, I must say.
What would you hope that people take out message or feeling from your series?
Well, first of all, I just want them to be entertained. I want people to just escape into a world that's not their world and just enjoy it and put the book down and say, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And I'm going to get, like, I want my friend to read it. But secondly, if people are so compelled to think about, do you resonate with the past life? Do you now think it's a possibility for you? Is there someone in your life, a friend, a lover, even an enemy, that you think you have lived with in a past life before? All of these things. So if it expands people's consciousness to the possibility of that, then that's a big win for me.
Wow, I loved it. I couldn't put it down, and I was so
Thanks.
excited that we went to France, and then she started in a low, not like immediately in a high rank, but she goes through all these stages, and it was sad and it was happy, and I loved it.
Thank you so much. You've been such a huge supporter, and I cannot thank you enough. Or just for those of your audience that this is, that are intrigued by this, my books are available on Amazon. So it's a very easy place to get them. Ebook, paperback, hardback. So I do hope that those of you that are intrigued go ahead and give Arcanum a try.
Hardest part for you to create?
The decision to actually write it.
Oh,
I've never aspired to be an author. I'm a
oh.
science and math person. So I really, really struggled with finding the acceptance and the grace to just do it. But once I sat down and started, then it's been a beautiful process.
You have like a specific time, a specific place to do it, or you just go with
I just, I just, for me, the best thing for me to do is to sit down in the chair and just start. Once that happens, then I go into a creative zone so fast that it's really easy. But I'm not structured about it at all.
cover art. Did you have any input with the cover art? Any requests for your art?
I knew I wanted the A to be on there for Arcanum, so that was really important to me. And what my graphic designer did, they're just so genius. As you can see, it's kind of like a playing card. So you have the correct side up A, and then the upside down A, like we do in our playing cards with the king and the queen and the jack.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that
Um,
is cool.
Yes, exactly. So he made it kind of into a card because of my tarot cards. So I thought that was very, very clever. And then, of course, once we had that original design, now we copy that exact design on every cover, but then the cover colors change and the motifs in the A change to reflect the past life.
And the themes. All right.
Yes, exactly. So for France, we
So,
did a tapestry from that era. We didn't need the icons like we did in Egypt, but it's
yes.
just the colors and everything it just elicits the Renaissance.
So I'm looking forward for the cover reveal for the third one,
Me
which
too.
will be spring.
Probably June of 2026.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this one came out in May of 2025. So I think the next one, book three, I think will be June.
Okay. Something to look forward to.
Yes, perfect summer read.
Yes, on Amazon, it's available, very easy to find, and it's on probably Kindle Unlimited too.
Mhm.
If you don't know, jump into the ancient Egypt first, and then we go to medieval France. And also, we have the present of Sarah in New York, and she has a friend, and that we will love to know.
Yes, exactly.
So don't miss that character. And thank you for joining me on this live. And thank you so much for accepting and talking to me. And I will be posting this soon.
Thank you so much. Such a privilege. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.